We did see that this was the one game the top esports really struggled with, where Tian never got off the ground on the Zyra pick, and G2 is going to have to look to do something similar.
Yeah, I mean, the Cassante feels pretty safe here, regardless of what Broken Blade does want to play, especially with the Renekton taken off the board. Skarner nowadays doesn't feel great, never really did into the Cassante, so let's see what we are going to see in the top side for Broken Blade. It's not going to be... well, it's just going to be Xin Zhao or the Sejuani. They've got a choice here. Let's see what they do land on.
It's been a long time since I've seen a Xin Zhao in a solo lane, gotta admit that one, but it does make a lot of sense that the Sejuani could be going towards the top side.
Put on some pressure and chip away at the health bars of the G2 bottom lane already.
Yeah, going right back on in, and we're seeing just going in for these very quick trades. That's not a big surprise that he's here so much faster than Yike, but the question is, what is Yike going to do as the Zyra does step on as the plate goes out?
Yeah, the door will be held here as Arud could get some big value as the cleanse has to come out and Hansama has to flash as well. Jaculov nearly going down himself, but really trying to exert 10 out of 10 pressure down here in the bottom lane.
Cautiously at the moment, but with these low health bars, you know a dive is coming.
Yeah, the dive will be coming. The flash just come in. That's a nice spell shield. Mako could be in a bit of trouble. First blood does go over to Hansama as it does get traded back here over to Tian.
Zyra does mean that the clear speed is going to be absolutely not, but a great amount of patience coming through from Yike to make sure that they can trade things. Unfortunately, the attack had already gone out, and that means that there is no escape for Mickey. But overall, G2 holding pretty strong in this early game.
Yeah, they definitely are, as now Mickey X level 3 trying to get proactive out on the map here. Just heading into the mid lane, trying to help out a little bit, but Cream gets a pretty nice back timing himself.
Tell a friend.
Yeah, tell a friend. I mean, he's going to make it very obvious, too. He's clearing out the wards. He's like, hey, guys, I'm here. And G2 will have to respect this. They do back away. Nice dodge here on the root. Still a lot of damage being done. Early on, it's just so weak compared to the Ezreal. So it's just kind of a roaming three-man squad down here. And here comes Cream trying to get in onto Caps as the auto comes in and the hop over the wall. Cream, why did give him Tristana again? I have no idea. Everybody. And we'll see if they do start that. Not just yet, as here's the replay in the 1v1.
This one fairly straightforward, right? Cream just jumps on in, knows that Caps doesn't have any mana whatsoever. There's not enough mana to do anything other than Valkyrie away, and following through, making sure you get that last part of the explosive shot is so easy. And we see another game.
Guess who's back again and again and again? He's here. The ult is going to hit them both. Hansama, there's nowhere to go. And yes, Mako.
Where it's just going for a tri-lane with the amount of time that Tian is spending down here, and G2 not prepared for it whatsoever. Yike has to go farming on the other side of the map, and this is just clinical. You are able to get so much damage down. You start everything with
Spells here at level 6 at least, as he will steal away the blue buff. And as a team, G2 are maneuvering up to the top side with these Void Grubs available. And now we're waiting for the next piece of action as Tiana's going to spot Mickey X deep in his own jungle as, oh no, what was that? The blast cone going to send him into the air. He is Braum, so he can jump over the pit.
He's pushing out this mid lane, taking control, can even do a chunk of damage to the turret if they want to. Instead, they are going to be okay.
All right, trying to go in on Tian here. He's going to drop down the ultimate as the Xin Zhao. You know, once it does get on top of you, you do see the power that it has, so that's going to force Tian to back away. And actually takes a ton of damage. Meanwhile, on the top lane, we haven't seen much of this, but in the 1v1, 369 looking for it as he does go unstoppable. As the Glacial Prison does come out, but not able to get the kill. Broken Blade does have TP, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal up there.
In the mid lane, though, it doesn't look like we're quite done with the action.
That Q is going to hit him, and now the rocket hits him as well as a couple of ranged minions.
That's top lane. I would not be surprised to see Cream head up there soon.
It's going to force the TP out already as 369's like, yeah, I don't really care about that. He's just looking to take down Caps. That's nice flash from Caps, though, and 369 might be punished here as that's a lot of damage. Yes, the Q3 hits Caps.
Bot lane.
Like what we saw to
No
top
teleport
esports here, but yeah, the teleport is going to come out, and all of a sudden, they might be able to get a bit more off of this as, yeah, he just tries to crescent guard his way out of this one, but Yike will be taken down, even a thumbs up as well.
Get baited later. Uh-oh.
Yeah, 369 in a lot of trouble here, as once again, he's getting very over-aggressive. He's going to pull the Braum over, though, and maybe he gets out from here. The flash as well, as Mickey X does not want to allow this one, and yeah, I think 369 will eventually go down, right? Cassante is crazy sometimes.
So much pressure coming out in the middle of the map at the same time. We're going to be seeing another turret take a lot of damage. 369 threatens to dive.
So the turrets are just falling for free here. I mean, 369 just exerting his presence behind the turret, and that means that G2 have to back away, especially because Caps is in the bottom lane. And yes, I remember we were watching TL versus T1. We were begging Team Liquid to start the Baron. Top Esports are like, yeah, we'll start it here at 22 minutes if we have to. They're not actually going to, but they are setting up just the immense vision control you were mentioning, Joshi, on this objective. And as it starts, you know, G2, they have to push in, they have to try to get vision themselves, and that leads to Mickey X taking a big chunk of damage and some extra priority going over the way of Top Esports. Mickey X gonna hop forward as the wall goes up. The Solar Flare is gonna miss, but Yike is just so low at the same time that Top Esports still liking their position. Yeah, I mean, they have to try to fight for this one, but now we got 369 in the back line. He's going to set it up, and we have the Baron going the way of Top Esports. Is 369 just going to disappear somehow. Didn't see how that damage went into him. He was just way too deep. As now Top Esports, they want to get this objective and back away. 10 also going to flash out of this one, and it gets a bit messy. Ike's looking for a bit more. As when comes lightning, he is going to get in onto the Zyra, and he will be shut down. And they're just trying to utilize that, as now we're going to see the Sivir ultimate coming through, as the Q is going to miss for Mickey X. Also a kind of a... Before this Drake starts, look at Creme! He's just in the top side. His Broken Blade also going to miss his ult, and now they're losing an inhibitor turret.
That is brutal, and they're not even done. Top Esports just doing whatever they can to make sure that G2 are still here. Cream still wailing away on the inhibitor. Caps will get there to try and do something, but I think Cream wins that 1v1.
It's just insane. How many turrets Cream has taken down by himself, as now we have the TP coming in. The rocket jump to try to get away, as Cream is totally fine. He hops away again.
No.
And here we got a Cassante in the backline, and that is never a good sign for the enemy team, as Cream is being isolated by G2. They finally take down that pesky Yordle that is Tristana. But I have a feeling they're not going to be taking out this game, as, oh God, that was a huge one. And now we got 369 just chasing him down. Not much of a chance for Hansama to get out of this one. He's got a Blast Clone and a Dream. Oh, wow. That is just so troll. And he's going to get away for now, as 369 is still chasing him. But, yeah, Baron buff is also going to expire. Top Esports having a bit of fun as they're taking down a lot of objectives still in this one, as finally
Hansama steps up to the wave, does take a chunk out of Jackie Love, and this wave,
all right, they're going to try to get down on a Mako, and they do a great job of that. Nicely done by G2. Meanwhile, Cream is just in mid, and he's going to get another free objective here, another free building, as down goes Yike. Support of Top Esports that goes down, and Top Esports will not stop there. They have this massive Ezreal who is just chunking people down, as finally Cream decides, okay, I'm going to try to kill some enemy champions. Might as well, as he is going to Guma Stomp on everyone on the side of G2. And this game number 1 is over very heavily in favor of Top Esports as they take down the Nexus.
This was one of the most clinical games of League of Legends we have seen at the Esports World Cup, and Top Esports were in control of that game from beginning to end.